Okay, so we are just waiting for the finalization of the rosters coming in from both teams. Once again, of course, this will be a BRG going up against Majiami. Of course, Majiami currently still undefeated, ever since week 1. So I'm just getting confirmation from the teams for their rosters. Does look like that there haven't been much changes. Yep, so right, so I do have the rosters for both teams, starting off with Majiami. Wait, hang on, let's just hop into the server first. There we go. So for the side of Majiami, we will have Sphere and Cabbage as our scouts, pocket and flank respectively. Or well, maybe not, so technically they don't tell me what it is, but those are your scouts. Our solis are going to be the big head as well as Moonlit. Asan is going to be our demo man, followed by the German one is going to be Himera. So that is going to be the roster for the side of MJM. But let's go through BRG. Snoxy and Dream are going to be our scouts. Our solis are going to be Ifan as well as Veron. Lurl is going to be our demo man, and of course, who can forget our dear friend Kuhn. So that is going to be the roster for the side of BRG. Once again, of course, Kuhn has a Steam message to me to tell his fans that he's going to drop. So there we go, once again. The polls are in, of course, 100% in favor of MJM, so we'll just have to see how things play out from here. Yeah, so predictions are already coming out from people in Twitch chat. 5-0 in favor of MJM. Wow. Of course, MJM have been absolutely dominating, throughout their matches ever since week 1, not dropping a single map. This is going to be the week 6 matchups. We will be seeing CP Granary being played, and once again, because this is going to be week 6, we have come full circle in the map pool. We are going to be going back into CP Badlands, so that is what we have to look forward to. CP Badlands is going to be coming up after CP Granary. So here we go. We are just going to be waiting for the players to ready up, and then we can start the match proper, so just hang tight. Well, since the predictions for winning the map is relatively, going in favor of MJM, how about we do something a little bit different? Who, how many times do you think Kuhn is going to drop? Just toss out your comments into chat. It does look like they might be starting shortly. No, MJM is currently 1 player down. Yeah, so just gotta wait for the remainder MJM player to come back. I believe it is gonna be Sphere, who is currently not in the server at the moment. Excuse me. Yeah, so so Veron is not going to be playing for BRG due to latency. He is going to be replaced by Sai. Yeah, so Sai is going to be the Soli for the side of BRG. Excuse me. So yeah, so predictions are already going to be coming in. 2 drops by Kuhn, so that is going to be something that we have to keep track of. Once in a while, we will hop over to Kuhn's perspective to make sure that he lives up to that prediction. Currently, 2 players are going to be down for the side of MJM. Asan as well as Sphere are not in the server at the moment. Just waiting on them to join up, and then we can start proper. So for those of you who are just joining us, this is going to be AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 3 brackets for their Week 6 matchups. And the first map of tonight is going to be CP Granary Pro. That is going to be the map that they will be playing on the first round, followed by CP Badlands shortly after, the very first map that they all took, that they all played during their week 1 matchups. And with the recent transfer window that took place in week 5, I believe, or 4, one of those weeks, so teams do have a relatively new roster compared well, I mean, MJM have stuck with their original roster, and they have been, just plowing through all their matches. So if it doesn't work, if it's not spoiled, so if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So BRG do have a couple of new players in. Let's see if they doing their week 6 match on CP Badlands, if it's any different from what we saw during week 1. Of course, week 1 we saw them going up against TMG. It was a very, very exciting match. Those of you who were there definitely remember it. So let's hope the same action goes down today as well. iFun is going to be stepping in, so iFun is going to be stepping in. I believe we did not see, did we see iFun earlier on? Was he mentioned? Yes, he was. So iFun is going to be the Solly. He was using a different name earlier on. So iFun and Sai are going to be working together once again. This was the week 1 dream team that we saw. Of course, everyone has, iFun apparently has his own fan club, as does Sai. So those are the 2 players with their own personal fan clubs. So let's just see how BRG performs tonight. So just hang tight and just wait for the match to start.
Thanks, Doc. Doc, come on, man!
Does look like we are going to be going live right now. This is going to be BRG going up against MJM. We are going to follow BRG's low for his rollout, the Demo Man for Bad Rats Gaming. So for those of you who are just joining us, this is AFC Season 10 Div 3 bracket for the Week 6 matches with Bad Rats Gaming going up against Majiami. So this is going to be a very, very interesting match to watch. Of course, MJM, the current giants inside the Div 3 bracket. Let's see if BRG stands up to them with Low being the first one to bite the dust. Cabbage of Love going to work. Dream does take down Big Head, so that is going to be 2 players down for both teams. Kuhn is going to be sticking with his scout, rotating back once again together with his Solly. But it does look like the midpoint will go into the hands of MGM very, very quickly. They do stack the point and they are going to be pushing forward. But we do see a little scout behind by the name of Snox making his way to the midpoint. He is going to be behind the entirety of MJM. He has his sights onto Himera. He is going to toss out lovely damage onto Himera, but he is going to be taken down and finished off. So nice try by Snox coming in from behind, trying to get the work done. Both teams do have that Uber on hand. Lil does have his stickies up onto the Shoutout to defend. Sphere will be taken out. Sai and Snox are going to be down at the moment, with Snox coming up in 2 seconds. That is going to be a slight number advantage into the hands of MJM, but it doesn't matter anymore. Sai is going to be coming up in 10 seconds. They are just trying to defend that second point right there for their team. So MJM currently still watching front and back with Dream, BRG's Dream already at the midpoint, going toe-to-toe with the other scout. He will be finished off by Sphere. There we go, the Ubers are going to be traded. Both teams do pop their Uber, all shining to defend the second point and to offend the second, well, not offend, to attack the second point. Dream is going to be the only one taken down. He was taken out during the mid-fight going up against Sphere, so that is going to be Moonlit going down. Both teams do survive during that Uber, so a lot of damage coming down onto MJM. They do lose 4 players going down right outside the second point. The arrows coming up from Kuhn, a little bit off right there, but you know, as I always say, when I'm playing medic, I'm just firing a warding shot. So they are going to push forward all the way to mid. They do successfully capture mid. They are going to be stacking it right now. MJM players are going to slowly make their way forward. They are in the field left, just rotating around. So midpoint will go into the hands of BRG off the bat right there. Just waiting for things to happen. So MJM do have a slight Uber advantage, a little bit over 10%, but it doesn't really matter. They are going to be hanging back with Kuhn, of course, hanging back to defend his team as well, to buff them all up, make them all healthy, and to build up their charge as well. So they will have Uber on hand. Lots of players are going to be buffed up and ready to go. Uber is going to go into the hands of Kuhn as we speak, so both teams do have Uber ready to go. They are just going to be hanging back to make sure, you know, once again, those fabled 3 words that I always pick, you know, always say, they pick, pop, or drop. So let's see if Sphere or any of the MJM players are going to be able to do any damage. You know, probably get a force down on Kuhn, or God knows, even a pop or a drop going down from Kuhn. So whichever team decides to commit first, currently they are just going to be waiting, you know, for a number advantage or anything. So they're not really committing to anything at all. Big Hit is going to be up top inside the catwalk. He is going to try to rocket jump, but the sticky trap's coming out from Lil, so that is going to be 1 player down. The number of advantage goes into the hands of BRG, with Ifan going down to another sticky trap coming down from Marsan. So that is going to be 2 players down for the side of BRG. Sai and Ifan are going to be down. That is 2 solis down. Lots of damage coming in from MJM. They are going to be pushing into mid once again. Arsan gets destroyed by Lil. Sticky, the Uber is going to be popped right here. MJM Himera currently still holding on to her Uber. So there we go. They do finally pop their Uber. The aggressive counter bomb coming in. Moonlit going for the demo man. The demo man bumps into the wall, so a little bit of a sad sticky jump coming up from Low. Instead of flying to safety, he flies into the wall. But a good job on Kuhn surviving. He is going to have that 27%, 30% charge on hand. You know, the Ubers are going to be relatively equal once again. I'm pretty sure Himera will have no trouble catching up in terms of Uber charge. Lil is going to be spawning in right as we speak. Midpoint once again goes into the hands of MJM. So right now, this is a relatively equal match. Both teams are standing their ground, putting their best foot forward. We do see lots of MJM players currently congregating inside the garage. They are just going to be healed up together with the medic. Cabbage of Love rotating around to go back together with the medic. The false Uber is going to be called for the side of MJM. Big Hit does spot the Soli right there, tries to get a lovely shot off. The Scout does get finished off. Dream will be finished off. There is going to be 1 player down for the side of BRG. They are going to have that slight number disadvantage. Low spots the Scout going up top inside Lunchbox. The Soli is currently inside Lunchbox. He is going to be spamming down lots of damage onto the point. Lil will be finished off. There we go. The Ubers are going to be traded. Kuhn does decide to pop his Uber to defend his point right there. The lovely shots coming out from Ifan. Ifan taking down the Soli and the Scout. The medic is going to be right there, linking back up together with the Scout once again. So Sphere and Himera, not something to look down upon. The Soli coming in. So the Soli is still alive. He will be finished off by Snox right there. Snox trying to go toe-to-toe against other people. Kuhn trying his best to keep his teammate alive. He is going to be finished off. Kuhn, you are going to be linking up with his demo man. Sai is going to be jumping up top, trying to get some damage down onto Himera. Himera eats a little bit of damage, but it's all going to be all fine. She does pick up that health pack right there, so it is going to be no, you know, nothing to worry about. Sai, of course, still going to remain up top, tossing out as much damage as he can onto the other team. The Scout is going to make his way forward up top. So Uber is going to be in the slight advantage. Well, not anymore. It is going to be equal for both teams, 68 compared to 72. Himera getting a little bit of forward in terms of percentage gain. So there is going to be a sniper for the side of BRG. Dream is going to be our sniper right now. Let's see if he can get any picks going down. He does spot the Scout standing on the pillar, but he doesn't get the shot. So Himera is going to have that Uber charge, and it does look like they are going to commit to this push. There we go. The aggressive bombs coming in. Kuhn finally pops his Uber. That is going to be the Uber going up for the side of BRG. They will have that Uber up slightly longer. There you go. Cabbage of Love Sphere going down. Big Head goes down as well. Moonlit currently in the sky, getting tossed about. Lots of damage coming down. Snox going against the medic. Has his sights. Takes down Himera straight away. That is going to be 1 player up left for the side of MJM. Arsan is going to be backing out. Of course, he is going to be tossing out his stickies to try to get as much damage down as possible. He is going to be going all the way back to mid with BRG retaking their second point. So Lovely plays coming up from BRG. Kun finally gets his Uber up and ready to go, pops it and destroys the entirety of MJM. So BRG definitely putting their best foot forward, giving MJM a run for their money. Currently there is only 23 minutes left on the clock for the server. They are going to try to build their Uber as fast as possible. Himera at 37 with Kun at 80. So they do have a relatively sizable advantage, but if they don't get it up as fast as possible, and if they don't push forward as soon as possible, their advantage is effectively negated. So they are going to try their best to Kun just jumping up on the hose for fun. There we go. They are going to be pushing forward. They do have the Uber on hand. If they have to do anything, they have to do it now. The aggressive bomb going down onto Himera. He has to get the damage down. Himera is at 98% and finally goes down. Lovely pick coming up from iFun, destroying the medic. MJM are going to be losing loads of players. Asan and Moonlit currently the only players up. BRG going to absolute work. iFun getting tossed about, shoots the wall instead of the demo man in front of him. Moonlit will live to see another day at 57 health. He is going to back out to get the health pack. And tactical pause going down. What's going on? Sai gets a pause. Alright, so they're having mumble issues. So lovely plays coming up from BRG. They're doing an absolutely good job. You know, just especially coming up from iFun, you know, when he aggressively bombed the medic. Himera was at 98% on Uber charge, and just absolutely lovely pick going down, negating that full Uber. Well, just destroying that full Uber. So Kun still alive once again. Yet to see a drop coming out from Kun. He is going to be at 41%, with Himera coming up at 6%. Capital Love and Sphere will be spawning in alongside Sai, I believe, once the pause goes, once the pause is unpaused, basically. So we are still on the first round of the first map, CP, a granary. Surprisingly, a lot of a lot of excitement and a lot of you know, just generally good plays coming out from both teams. I mean, no doubt coming up from NGM, but of course, hats off to BRG. They are doing a very, very good job tonight. So as we wait, well, there we go. We are going to be unpausing right now, 2-1, and there we go. The players are going to be coming up. Both teams do have their full rosters up and ready to go. Kun is going to be at 50%. The Solly Big Head does get taken down. Lots of damage coming down onto Asan. He's going to be taken down to a little bit low, but Himera is going to do what medics do best and bring them all the way back up to the healthy range. So they are going to try their best to capture this point right here. Kun, of course, is going to have his charge up very, very soon. He is going to be at 92, 93, 95, with Himera at 62. There we go, the early pop to defend from anything that's going down. Wise idea, wise choice coming up from BRG. The heavy, of course, is going to be taken down relatively easily, but everyone is going to be extremely low. Himera is going to have their full charge. Not anymore. Kun with the arrow takes down Himera. Absolutely lovely arrow coming up from Kun, but it doesn't matter. He is going to be the only one up with the two Solis, Moonlit and Big Head. They are going to go back into their resub to get their health back up into the healthy range. So very, very lovely push coming up from BRG. They do, almost all of them do, well, they will all have that forward spawn. So once again, MJM will be on their back foot. Himera is going to try to build that charge up as soon as possible. 40% charge on hand for Kun. There we go. They are going to try to push forward to capture the second point. Lots of damage down coming on to Kun. Kun at 55. Tosses out the arrow, try to get his, try to get iFun back up into the healthy range. Sphere and Big Head do get taken down though. Dream going to absolutely work, trying to go toe to toe against Moonlit. He does get lots of lovely damage going down. Moonlit getting extremely low, finally getting taken down. Sai will be finished off by Asan Stickies. There is going to be someone on the final point. There we go, and the first point goes into the hands of BRG. This is honestly unexpected. Everyone has been predicting that MJM will be taking this 5-0, but BRG have decided that they are going to turn that prediction upside down. Currently, the first score is going to go into the hands of BRG, 1-0 against MJM, who is currently the giant in the Div 3 bracket. So we are going to follow low for his rollout. He's going to reach mid, tossing out Stickies onto the right side, but everyone is already going to be in onto the crates. Asan and Capital Love do get taken down. Dream is going to be taken down as well during that mid fight. All of them going down relatively around the same time. Himera gets spotted. Sphere is going to be very low. Big Head gets taken down. Moonly getting taken down. Himera currently the only one on BRG with a huge morale boost coming out from that first round win. They are extremely aggressive, taking down all the MJM players apart from the medic. Himera does a good job of surviving. She is going to survive with that lovely 75% charge on hand. They are going to push forward to capture the next point, but they do have to be extremely careful. Himera will have that charge up very, very shortly, so they should not do anything too risky. They do look like they are going to commit to this push. There we go. They are going to push in with that Uber charge. The 7th man for the team is going to make short work of it. Is going to destroy it very, very quickly. And there we go. Himera pops her Uber. So that is going to be a bad sign for BRG players. They are going to be losing Kuhn, Lil, Dream. Snox is going to be low. iFun is going to be low. iFun is going to be taken down. Currently only Psy and Snox the only players up. So if they were counting Ubers, they should have waited for at least a number advantage, because Himera did not die. She didn't have that lovely charge, so all they had to do was milk Kuhn's Uber and then just pop it as and when. So they are going to be falling all the way back. We do hear some damage going down in the mid-fight. Dream going up toe-to-toe against the 2 scouts, Capture Love, as well as the rest of the players. Asan gets spotted by Dream. He is going to try to toss out as much stickies as possible to get damage down. Psy gets taken down. Snox gets taken down. iFun is going to be very, very low. Sphere at 1 health. Currently still surviving. No one taking him out, finishing the job. Just waiting for that health pack right there. So Sphere is still at 1 health. Is going to be surviving. Only 3 players up for the side of BRG. They are going to be falling all the way back to their second point. Psy coming up with the forward spawn. Snox going to be coming up shortly after. I believe iFun won't be able to get that forward spawn. He's going to be coming up all the way behind. So the aggression coming in from MJM once again. They are going to be capturing middle point. BRG, of course, currently do have that sticky traps up in place. Asan is going to be pushing forward through the garage. He does know the sticky trap positioning. He is going to be the demo man for the side of NJM. After all, he does, cause some of the stickies to drop onto the floor, but it's okay. It does look like they are going to decide to push in with this aggressive bomb. Kuhn is going to be on the regular Uber charge. Himera does not have charge at the moment, only at 60%. Big Head does get taken down by Snox. They are going to be stacking this point. MGM players are going to be falling back. They did not decide to contest this. They do know that BRG players do have that Uber on hand, so they are going to be playing a little bit defensively. So Himera currently at 95%. They are going to have that Uber on hand very, very soon. There we go. Both teams have Uber and are ready to go. Low getting a little bit damaged. He's going to get that health pack to be healed back up once again. So there we go. We are on the perspective of Cabbage of Love. Is going to be running around together with his other friend Scout Sphere. They are going to be watching left side with the rest of the players watching right. Just waiting for any mistakes coming up from BRG. They're just waiting for them to decide to overcommit, or just just a bad play coming out. So Psy does spot the scouts coming in. They are going to be playing a little bit passively, not going to overextend too much. As you can see, they are going to be sticky traps set by Asan right there on the left side flank. So BRG players, of course, very, very defensive on this, not too keen on pushing. Current score is still 1-0 in favor of BRG. So even if they just whittle down the clock, it is going to be 16 minutes and a little under 30 seconds left on the clock for the server time. If they just whittle down the clock, even if they have that 1-0 victory, it's still a win against MJM, and this will be the first map loss for MJM. So this is extremely huge. BRG, they're definitely putting their best foot forward. Sphere is going to be going down for the side of MJM. There is going to be 1 player down, a slight number advantage, but it doesn't matter when Psy goes down as well. That's a lot of damage gone. They do lose a Solly with Sphere coming up right as we speak. Although it's going to toss out a couple of stickies onto the crates. Well, detonated shortly after, so a little bit pointless anyway. So aggressive bomb coming from one of the Sollys. He's going to be up on top of the crates. He is going to try to get the medic down. He does take down Snox. Big Head will be finished off. The Uber is going to be forced for Kuhn, though. He decides to pop that Uber instead of dropping it. So good choice coming in from Kuhn. That means Himera is going to be at 35%. I'm not too sure what happened with Himera's Uber. If it was forced or dropped or just no idea what went down. I didn't keep track of that. But there we go, lots of damage is going to be traded. iFun whips out his escape plan. He is going to be finished off. Lots of players getting finished off by Asan's pipes right there. Kuhn, iFun, Snox follows shortly after. Only Dream up at the moment. It is going to be a full wipe for the side of BRG. MJM definitely on the aggressive mode right now. They are not gonna, just not gonna let up at all. They are gonna capture this point and they are gonna push to last. Currently, they are just only spawning in. They are gonna snag the final point. See if they can do anything to defend it. They do manage to get onto the point. The scout, absolutely lovely play coming out from the scout. Kuhn will be finished off, and there we go. The final second point will go into the hands of MJM, bringing the score 1-1 with 14 minutes and 49 seconds left on the clock for the server. So let's follow Asan for his rollout this time around. Let's follow him to mid. So of course MJM definitely putting up the good fight, as is BRG. They are doing an extremely good job. Arslan is going to be reaching mid right now. He is going to toss out stickies onto the left side into garage. We do see Lil right there down below as well, trying to spam out as much damage as possible. Kuhn in a little bit of a dangerous position out in the open. He's going to be fine somehow though. He's going to eat a lot of damage. He's going to back out through garage. MJM are going to lose loads of players. Himera is going to be going down to 7 health. Somehow surviving. Himera, where are you? Wow, extremely lovely survival skills coming up from Himera, keeping that lovely 78% charge on hand, but the scout coming in to finish the job. Himera goes down, so that is going to be a lovely pick coming up from Dream, destroying that Uber charge and taking out Himera extremely late, later in the game. So that is going to be a 10-second spawn time with Kuhn at full charge. They are going to be pushing forward to the next point already, with the MJM players all the way defending last. We do have an engineer. Big Hit is going to be the engineer for the side of MJM. He's going to try to build his 7th man up as soon as possible. So Kuhn just keeping his teammates all buffed and healthy. Himera is going to be spawning in right now, getting that charge up as soon as possible. Currently at 19%. It's going up a little bit fast. Not too sure if she's using the regular Uber. Yes, she is. So just building up the Uber together with her teammates. Excuse me. So Kuhn is still, still holding on to that lovely 100% charge. They are going to push forward finally to capture that next point. The more time they waste, of course, Himera once again is going to have that charge up. The Uber is going to be popped and flash onto the Solly and the Demo Man right there. Demo Man eats loads of damage before the flash gets onto him. He gets taken down by the sniper. Lovely pick coming out from Capital Low, but the arrow takes him down in the end. Kuhn, they are going to try to stack the point together with the scout. Try to toss out as much arrows to do as much damage as possible, but it's not going to matter anymore when Kuhn is the only one up once again. So every time they try to push into the last, they get effectively destroyed. The headshot, of course, coming down by Capital Low, taking down the Demo Man, just negating all that damage coming out. So Kuhn tried to flash his Uber onto the Demo Man as well as the Solly, but the Demo Man did not receive the Uber as soon as Kuhn had intended. So nice try coming up from BRG once again. They do lose that second point as a matter of that full wipe. They are going to try to defend the midpoint with MJM players backing out to the field left once again. So, but they do have a relatively sizable Uber advantage. Sphere eating loads of damage, getting taken down to 17 health, is going to get healed up by his medic, no problem. So as you can see, that Himera is going to be building up the Uber charge together with the scouts. They're already at 70% compared to Kuhn's 29-30, but they are still standing their ground onto the midpoint. They have to be extremely careful with this, because Himera is going to be coming in with that full Uber charge. They do have that full team up and ready to go. We are going to follow Moonlit for this push. You see, Moonlit is going to be the one that they are going to Uber in. He does try to jump up onto the crates. He has his sights onto Sai, toss out a couple of lovely shots. Big Head is going to be taken down. The Uber is effectively, almost useless with them losing one player. Make that 2 plays instead of BRG losing any plays at all. So wise plays coming up from BRG. They do back out. They will have that Uber to do the counter push into the point. There we go. Uber is going to be popped. Flash onto the scout as well. Aggressive bombs coming in from both sides. They are going to try to hunt Himera down. The scout right there going toe to toe with the medic is going to be finished off. So midpoint currently still in the hands of BRG. Kuhn once again trying to heal up his teammates. Of course, Himera did not go down. Another pause right here. So I found the one to call the pause this time around. 300 ping. For who? For Dream, right. So latency issues once again. So Himera does survive the counter push. Very good movements coming from MJM. They do lose a couple of players, but it doesn't matter. The counter push does just push them back a little bit. They will be able to survive. Himera with that sizable advantage once again. Kuhn at 14%. But they do have their full roster up. Sai, as we can see right there, waiting for the health pack or an arrow. So very good plays coming up from both sides. I'm very pleased with what is going on. It's not a one-sided, not that much of a one-sided match. But it does look like BRG's roster has not shifted that much. They are using most of their players from the you know, prior to the transfer window, apart from Dream. Previously I believe it was Time, so all the other players were originally BRG players, as is for MJM. All the you know, the original players are going to be there for the side of MJM as well, just waiting on the players to finish up their pause. Kuhn says, hey, want to hear a joke? Okay, no one wants to hear a joke, sad face. So just trying to kill time right here. So I mean, as we can see, both teams have been doing an extremely good job. Cabbage of Love with that extremely lovely sniper pick, you know, taking down BRG's Devilman low before he could do any damage at all. Of course, Kuhn with his arrow taking down Cabbage of Love even before the shutter doors could close. You know, he's taking down people on the final point, you know, trying to take down, toss out damage on the final point as well. Dream, of course, has been doing a very, very good job, especially when he chased down Himera, destroying that 98% charge, I believe. So very lovely plays, good plays coming out from BRG. Of course, MJM, you know, just all around giants for the Div 3 bracket. They are definitely the one to look out for in the Div 3, but you know, BRG could be the uprising, you know, the sleeping dragon. Effectively, they are going to be the ones coming up to take down the reigning giant. So just waiting on the game to unpause. Yeah, just hang tight. I'm just gonna go grab a drink and wait for the unpause to go down. Right, and they do have the unpause, so excuse me. So the midpoint is still currently in the hands of BRG, with Himera currently at 75% against Kuhn's 30. So once again, they have to be extremely careful. But Sai coming in, taking out Big Head. No idea where Sai comes from once again, as we especially saw, you know, in the week 1, where Sai just pops out of nowhere, taking down the enemy team's medic. So once again, Sai, just a very, very scary Solly to behold. They do take down one player, so that is going to delay their push by a little bit. iPhone is going to be up top on the crates, spamming down damage, and the Uber is going to be popped. Lovely air shot taken down, you know, just denying that jump coming in from the MGM players. Kuhn is going to have to back out. He is going to be at 40 health. They are going to try to run all the way back as far as possible. They do finally have Uber right now. Cabbage of Low tries to come in to get the force down or the pick down onto Kuhn. He does manage to live to see another day. Midpoint will go into the hands of MJM as we speak, but BRG do have that full Uber on hand, with Himera coming up at 50%, so they will have to keep an eye out on that. Excuse me. So just waiting for things to go down. Excuse me. A little bit of a cough going on. Alright, so it does look like they are going to be rotating around to try to push forward. There we go, lots of rockets getting tossed about. So, the aggressive bomb coming in, the force gets going down. Big Head is going to be the first one to bite the dust. Dream is going to push forward to capture the point for his team. They are going to try to push forward to take down anybody at all, but they are going to be all the way behind. MJM, the counter Uber coming in. Aggressive bomb coming down onto Kuhn, being the first one to go down. Moonlit gets flashed once again. Lots of players are going to be going down for the side of BRG. 3 players down for the side of BRG, with 2 going down for MJM, Moonlit, as well as Asan. 4 players down. Sai and iFun make Sai go down. iFun going down. It is going to be a full wipe for the side of BRG, with Kuhn and Snox only coming in right now. So Himera once again going back up to 32% in the Uber charge department. Snox is going to be our engineer, getting his sentry up as soon as possible, trying to build it up. 7th man to defend the point. So rockets are going to be tossed out to damage the sentry already. He's going to move his sentry a little bit forward to capture more ground, try to defend anybody from jumping in. So Once again, this is going to be Granary Pro, not the Granary that we are used to. So the point is going to be in the middle of the map this time around, not right at the end against the wall. So that is going to be a lot of maneuverability for either team. They have to stay on that point, but of course they are open to attacks from all angles. So they have to look out for that. Kuhn with the fake Uber call, currently at 75% with Chimera at a full charge. If they want to do anything, they have to do it right now. Kuhn's Uber is going to go up as we speak. So the Uber is going to be popped for the side of MJM. They are going to be pushing forward. Moonlit tries to take down Kuhn, but the Pyro with the reflex coming out from iPhone. Lovely plays coming from iPhone. The Uber is going to be counted. They are going to pop the Uber, but it's just a little bit out of place. They are not pushing at all. The Uber is going to end, and that is going to be it. Both teams do not have Uber anymore. Ubers are going to be equal, but they are 2 players down for the MJM. They are going to push forward to try to capture the next point. Devilman is going to be spamming out, spamming onto the point to try to get some damage down. There we go. Next point goes into the hands of BRG. Another mid fight is going to be on the way, provided MJM falls back, but it does not look like they intend. Excuse me. It does not look like they intend to. Kuhn with decent positioning this time around dodges the sticky that laid itself down in front of him. Scouts coming in from the left right side, captures Love, trying to get the finishing shot down, does so successfully. Lil is going to be going down, and the arrow hits the box instead of the scout. So Dream standing behind the box instead of whoa, lovely scatter shot coming out from Sphere, taking on iPhone mid-air. Ubers are going to be relatively equal, with Chimera coming up first, with Kuhn coming up shortly after. So both teams do have Uber up and ready to go. They are going to be pushing in, I believe. We do see Sphere already inside. Uber is going to be popped right here. Ubers are going to be traded. The only people that Kuhn has to pop his Uber on are the scouts, and everyone is backing out apart from Kuhn. So that is going to be an Uber gone for the side of BRG as well as MJM, but MJM do successfully push forward to capture that next point. All they need now is to push forward to capture last. Kuhn eating loads of damage, gets taken down by rockets coming out from Moonlit. And there we go, pipes and stickies are going to be tossed out from low to try to get as much damage down as possible. Moonlit is going to be taken down. Asan gets taken down. Captain Love is still down. Himera is going to back out with that 50% charge with Big Head and Sphere. So that is going to be a lot of charge into the hands of MJM at the moment. A very, very sizable advantage over BRG's Kuhn, who is only spawning in right now. So that is going to be effectively a 70% charge, close to 70% charge advantage, provided Kuhn decides to build his charge up as soon as possible. Arrows coming out once again, being blocked by teammates. He's going to buff up his players. They do capture that next point. So 5 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Currently, the scores are still tied 1-1. Anything can happen. Anything can happen within 5 minutes and 40 seconds. They are going to be pushing in to try to push, try to capture that point. The Uber is going to be popped for the side of MJM. They are going to be pushing forward with one person, the Demoman, capturing that point for his team. Moonlit does know the scout is going to be inside. Lunchbox Dream will be finished off, and there you go. Lil trying to defend the point on his own. They are going to be pushing in. It is going to be a dry push. They do not have any Uber charge at all. They're just going to try to count on getting rid of Kuhn. Kuhn is going to be very low, finally finished off. The scout is going to be standing onto the point. Snox trying his best to defend for his team. Is going to be finished off. Then there we go. The score is going to go 2-1 in favor of MJM. So let's see if BRG can do anything about this. And once again, we have another pause going down. Snox. Snox, gotta love my dad doing Facebook. So there we go, the unpause is going to be there. Hop into the perspective of Asan, and once we find him, there we go, follow him for his rollout to mid. So the time left is going to be a little bit under 5 minutes for the server time. There is just a little under 5 minutes left for BRG or MJM to do anything about it. Of course, BRG would like to tie the map, but MJM of course do not want that to happen at all. Stickies are going to be tossed about everywhere. Chimera gets singled out and finished off. Kuhn gets finished off as well. So that is both medics down for both teams. B-Head is going to be taken down. Cabbage of Love getting taken down. Moonlit and Asan currently throwing people up. Lil at 4 health. iPhone getting really low as well, 32 health. Dream, the only other scout up, is going to flank around to try to take down Moonlit. Gets lovely shots going down. Moonlit going extremely low, going to get finished off. It's going to be a full wipe for the side of MJM with Lil at 4 health and Dream at 74. They do successfully take mid for their team. Chimera is going to be up and building that charge up faster than Kuhn. So let's hop onto Himera. She is still going to be using that Uber charge. While Kuhn, ooh, a little bit of a different play coming down. So let's see what they can do with this. He's going to try to build his charge up as soon as possible to get the damage down. He's going to make his way to mid, reuniting with his team. So they are going to hold mid relatively easily. Himera is going to be at 49%, going 50. So they want this charge up as soon as possible to push forward into the entirety of MJM. Kuhn is going to be staying together with his Solly iPhone as well as Lil. And here we go. Lil gets taken down by the sticky traps. That's absolutely massive. The damage dealer is going to be down. This idea doesn't seem like a good one anymore. Kuhn is still holding on to that charge. There we go. It's going to be popped. Sai gets taken down. The crit's not doing anything. No, Moonlit gets taken on. iPhone gets taken on. There's nobody to crit anymore. BA gets taken down by Kuhn's arrow. So Kuhn doing a decent job with his arrows. Chris Cree is going to be negated right there. It's going to be a full wipe for the side of BRG. So nice try coming out from BRG, you know, with that Chris Cree. They do take down Big Head and Moonlit, I believe. So they had the intention of taking out Himera, but it's just you know, just good placement by Himera. I believe she was nowhere near that Chris Creek. So they are going to push forward to capture the second point. iPhone is going to be our engineer once again to get that 7th man up as soon as possible. Is he using? No, he's switching out to Pyro this time around. So no engineer, no 7th man, relying on Comp Blast to delay Uber pushes. So Dream is going to be the first one to bite the dust, and it's a slight number advantage into the hands of MJM. It does look like they are going to be pushing in. Uber is going to be popped. Here we go. It's up to iPhone to see if he can Comp Blast the enemy team away. It doesn't matter when iPhone is dead. Lil is going to be taken down. Sai and Snock, the only person outside, trying his best to defend the point. Snock's the only one to defend the point, and that is going to be that, with Kuhn coming in a little bit too late with his Uber Saw. The score is going to be 3-1 in favor of MJM. So 2 minutes left on the clock for the map time. Does look like this is going to go into the hands of MJM after all. So what turned out to be an extremely close match, MJM decided to turn up the heat even more. But of course, BRG, they are still maintaining, you know, the good plays. If that Crit Creek had, you know, if that Crit Creek had gone according to plan, I'm pretty sure they would have pushed all the way without any issue. Once again, midfight is going to be on the way. Kuhn is going to be singled out by Sphere. Nobody sticking together with Kuhn behind him, or, you know, watching the flanks. So that is going to be a very, very easy wipe for MJM. They are going to take down the entirety of BRG, but Himera and Asan were taken down during the mid-fight exchange, with Kuhn coming out right now, so he's going to get that charge up relatively quicker than Himera, giving them a slight advantage. But 1 minute left on the clock, with Sphere and Big Head already forward for their team. No off-casting. There we go. iPhone is going to be our heavy weapons guy once again. Of course, iPhone, you know, we've always seen iPhone on heavy weapons guy, sometimes even running heavy weapons guy to mid. So he's going to be up top on the walkway, on the pipes, you know, making sure nobody comes in from top. 39 seconds left on the clock. They are going to be pushing in from the lower left this time around. There they go. Sphere going to be coming in together with his team. They do not have any charge though, so it is going to be a dry push coming up from MJM. They do lose almost everyone, with Himera currently the only player up. They are going to successfully take down everyone, and it's going to be a full wipe for MJM. They are going to push forward to capture the second point, but 16 seconds left on the clock for their team. Excuse me, so there we go. 10 seconds left on the clock. They are going to try to push forward to mid to just capture mid for shits and giggles, I guess. MJM just hanging back, you know, they can't be bothered. So there they go. First map goes into the favor of MJM. CP Granary 3-1 going to MJM. So I will toss the logs into the Twitch chat right now for you guys to take a look at. Right, so of course, as usual, we will take a look at our top damager. It is going to be Moonlit with a whopping 9.2 thousand damage, with iPhone coming in shortly after at 8.9, and Sphere, of course, the Scout with 8.4. So Sphere definitely a huge damage dealer for MGM. You know, even though he's a Scout, he does, you know, dish out all the damage. Going down to the medic stats, once again, no drops for Kuhn. No drops coming out from Kuhn tonight. Himera with 1 drop though. So next map that we are going to be hopping to is going to be CP Badlands. Of course, this is the map that was played during week 1, so we have gone full circle, and just waiting on the teams to enter the server, and then we can start. So just taking a look at the medic stats, heal order slightly different between the teams. Kuhn healing the Solly most, followed by the Demo Man, the 2 scouts followed by Roma, whereas for MJM they heal the Solly, the 2 scouts, the Demo, and then the Solly. So the Demo Man not receiving as much healing compared to BRG's Demo Man. But you know, the medic pick coming out from BRG, absolutely lovely. Kuhn, of course, not dropping a single Uber this time around. So we are going to be into the server right now. We have moved into CP Badlands. This is going to be the second map for tonight. Once again, just hang tight while we wait for the match to start. I will be going for a quick toilet break. We will be back and ready to go, so just hang tight. Okay, so just waiting on the teams to ready up, and then we can start the next map, which is going to be CP Badlands.
What's left of you in a soup can?
Oh? So is there a issue with the roster? It does look like some of the players are not in at the moment. Kuhn is not around at the moment, so I guess we are just going to be waiting for a replacement. I'm not too sure. All the MJM players are in at the moment. Veron is going to be making an entrance. He is going to be the medic for the side of BRG, I believe. So, yeah, so Veron is going to be replacing Kuhn, I think. Kuhn, yeah. So that is going to be a slight shuffle right here. Veron is going to take over the medic duties from Kuhn. Once again, for those of you who are just joining us, we are going on towards map 2 for tonight's matchup for the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10 Division 3 bracket, the Week 6 matchups between MJM, Majiami, going up against BRG's Bad Rats Gaming. So, just waiting on the players to ready up, and then we can start the match proper. So this is the second map for tonight. As you can see, you know, on the top left, we do have that overlay up on already there. CP Granary, MJM took that match 3-1, with the first round going to the hands of BRG, and then MJM just winning 3 rounds consecutively after that. So, but definitely, you know, BRG definitely putting their best fight, you know, giving MJM a good fight. Currently, MJM still undefeated. You know, they have not lost a single map ever since week 1, all through to well, to right now, basically. So let's see if BRG can change that. We are back on CP Badlands. This was the very first map that was played, you know, for the AsiaFortress Cup this season. So with all the roster changes coming out, so all the transfers, you know, the transfer window being opened, they had a slight roster shuffle. Veron was brought into BRG, so they let's see how they perform tonight. So this is going to be Badlands, the first. Wait, Badlands? Yeah, Badlands. So this is going to be the first time they're playing on Badlands once again ever since week 1. Well, technically the second time since they played since week 1. So we'll just have to see how, you know, if there's any changes or any differences as compared to their week 1 performance. I always bring this up. Week 1, BRG, of course, they went up against TMG. It was an extremely good fight. Both teams definitely, you know, equal each other. The score, I believe, was tied 5-5. Yeah, they even had to go into a tiebreaker round, which technically should not have happened, but it happened anyway, with TMG taking the back cap for that one. So let's see if BRG can put a, you know, just do what they did during week 1 against MJM. So let's see how things go. So just waiting for the players to ready up. Waiting for one of the players to come in for BRG. I believe we are missing Snoxy, right? Yeah, so we are just missing Snox for the side of BRG. We do have the full roster up and ready for MJM. So once again, let's go through the roster one more time. MJM, let's go to the MJM roster. The 2 scouts are going to be Sphere and Cabbage. Our solis are going to be Big Head as well as Moonlit. Arsan is going to be our demo man, and our German medic is going to be Himera. So that is going to be the roster for the side of MJM, and BRG with the slight roster shuffle with Veron coming in this time around. Snox and Dream are going to be our scouts. iPhone and Sai are going to be our solis. Lil is going to be our demo man, and the German healing man is going to be Veron. So that is going to be what's different this time around. So once again, predictions, people, keep those coming in. Predictions for this round. Right, so in the meantime, let's just go through what we have planned tomorrow. Right, so for tomorrow we will be casting a match between the Reddit headliners going up against the Mighty Gibbuses. So of course the Mighty Gibbuses being TMG. So we did take a look at their match earlier on against Tech E. That was their week 5 match. So they did postpone it to today. Tomorrow's matchup against Reddit headliners is going to be their week 4 matchup. Sorry, week 6 matchup. So we've got that to look forward to. They will be going up against the Reddit headliners. Pretty interested to see how that goes about. Of course, TMG definitely, you know, starting to be a force to be reckoned with. As is, well, Reddit headliners as well. So we'll just have to see how things go down tomorrow. The scheduled time is going to be 9 o'clock. If we don't have any other casting requests after that, there is going to be, you just wait and cast theirs, even though they start late. So one thing I've mentioned during the first cast earlier on is that if the teams don't start at the scheduled time, so let's say they arrange for a cast at 10 o'clock, but they're not in the server, they're not online, within 10 to 15 minutes, if they have not got into a server and at least done warm-up, or at least have a minimum of 10 people in the server, I will not cover that match. I will move on to cover the next team, or just if there's nothing on, I will just maintain and just wait for them to start. But if it's if it's we're on a tight schedule, then I can't wait for everyone to come in before we start. I just have to move on and cast the following team. So that this has happened well, multiple times actually, and we have had moments where we just switch mid round to another match that is ongoing. So I would like to appeal to the teams to start their matches punctually. So that is going to be that. Of course, if there's nothing on, then we have no choice but to wait, as what we are doing right now. So we're just waiting on all the players to ready up. We do have all 12 players already in. Once again, this is going to be CP Badlands. Just waiting for them to ready up, so just hang tight. Alright, so there we go. We are going to be readying up and gearing to go. No setup time this time around on this server, so they are going to have to realize that, and it does look like they do. So we are going to follow Lil for his rollout this time around. He's going to make his way to mid very, very easily. Of course, Lil being one of the few demomans that we have been watching to have a very, very decent rollout. So he's going to reach mid, relatively about the same time as Asa. I'm going to try to spam out as much damage as possible. iPhone being the first one to bite the dust during the mid fight, with Varon falling shortly after. So there you go. That is going to be 3 players, make that 4 players, 5 players down for the side of BRG. MJM definitely on their A game right now. It's a full wipe for BRG. They are absolutely at home on CP Badlands, and there we go. Midpoint easily into the hands of MJM. They are going to be pushing forward all the way to Spire already. That's 2 scouts right there just hanging out, while Posey is already on Spire. iPhone right there on the left side, keeping his eye out down below. He's going to drop down to try to rocket jump onto the medic. The aggressive bomb coming down, but it doesn't matter. The 2 Solis, Moonlit as well as Posey, take him down. Oh, hang on. Oh, Posey's a merc, right? So we did not notice that Posey is going to be merking. So instead of Big Head, it's going to be Posey this time around. So it does sound like they do have a sentry up top. Well, not anymore. They do have a heavy right now. Snox is going to be our heavy weapons guy for the side of BRG. He does take down Sphere. That is going to be 2 players down for the side of MGM, with Himera trying to capture the point on her own. Lots of catch time down on the point though. Once again, this is CP Badlands, where the last point is notorious for extremely fast capture time. So they are going to be keeping an eye on last, as well as slowly making their way forward towards Spire to try and capture it for their team. Dream right on the balcony, going toe-to-toe against another player. He is going to be taken down to 24 health. He does manage to survive though. Veron this time being our German medic man, but the back kept going down. Sphere, I did not keep track of Sphere. He went all the way around and captured the point for his team. So apparently Dream was going up against Sphere, and he assumed that Sphere backed off. and Sphere just went about and captured it for his team. So that is going to be the first round going to the hands of MGM very, very quickly. I did not even know that Sphere was behind them, so that is going to be that first round going by extremely quickly. 2 minutes and a little under 30 seconds for the first round. See lots of damage getting spammed about. Veron being the first one to bite the dust. That is 0 medics for the side of BRG. Himera falling shortly after, and the Stickies going down by Low. Lovely Stickies placement. So only Arson up at the moment with Dream, Sai, and Low currently up on the midpoint. So Arsan is going to be all the way behind at the resub, spamming out the Stickies, trying to spawn camp, but he's going to be finished off. Sorry, that is going to be a full wipe for the side of MJM. Low is already all the way pushed forward into Spire. He's going to toss down a couple of Stickies onto the Shoutout to make sure no one comes out onto concrete. So no capturing going down at the moment. He's just going to toss out his Stickies to prevent anything from happening. Lovely pipes coming down. Direct pipe right to Sphere's face. The arrow will take him back up into the Hell's Raid. Veron gets sniped by Cabbage of Love. That is the medic down for the side of BRG. They are going to be dropping 3 players. Cabbage of Love trying to snipe as many people as possible. He does get taken down in the end by Dream. So that is going to be Dream, the only person up for his team. Well, not anymore. It's going to be a full wipe. But Himera was taken down as well. So that is just equalized right there. So no heals, no charges. Himera is going to be spawning in. Same time, Uber is going to be equal. MGM players are going to push forward to mid once again. They are going to be capturing mid without any issue. So the BRG players are going to be a little bit far behind, rotating around into concrete, where they try to defend Spire for their team. So Veron is going to be building up charge together with Snots. They whip out that weapon and start bashing away. So just going to hang out at choke to you know, defend their point right here. So both teams do have relatively equal Uber. Of course, Himera and Veron, it does look like they are both trying to build up charge as soon as possible. As you can see, Cabbage of Love already has that Boston Basher. Both teams know what to do. They are going to be building up that charge. So you know, Ubers are going to be relatively equal anyway. With Sai eating quite a lot of damage, he's going to go back into resub, and no issue right there. So lots of damage coming out from Valley. They do see you know, Posey rotating around into the house. Sai does eat a direct rocket to his face, but it's fine. He has the resub right behind him. So both teams do have Uber ready to go. It's just a matter of a pick, pop, or drop once again. Posey is going to be inside the house, rotating around, reuniting with his team. So currently no off-classing that I can see for both teams. Let's see if Posey does look like he's going to push forward to get the aggressive force down onto Veron. Veron holding onto that Uber charge. Extremely daring move. He surfs away, holds on to that charge. He is going to be taking down 40 health, but the pop in the middle of nowhere is not going to do anything for their team. He tries to push in, but it's just no point when your charge is going to end. Himera and the rest of her team, MJM, they do have that full Uber charge, but they're not pushing in. They're not pushing in at all. What is going on for the side of MJM? Oh, there we go. We finally going to see them pushing. There we go. Moonlit has the Uber onto him. Veron in a very, very dangerous place. Snox tries to get some damage down onto the shiny couple. Moonlit is going to try to jump in to finish the job with his shotgun, does so successfully, and they are going to capture Spire right there. Nope, he gets pushed off by the Demoman up top, so Moonlit is going to make his way forward to try to capture the point for his team. Veron once again being targeted by the Solly up top on Spire. No one attempting to stop the Solly at all, and there we go. Spire goes into the hands of MJM. This is going to be extremely dangerous, but they are going to be 3 players up at the moment. Cabbage of Love is going to be a sniper once again. Himera was taken down. We focused too much on the Spire fight instead of what went down with Himera, so that is going to be 0 medic down for the side of MJM. Once again, we have Capital Love on Sniper. He has his sights on Veron. He wants to get that medic destroyed, but Sai with the aggressive bomb coming in, denying them from doing anything at all. And the Scout tries to jump in to do, tries to come in to finish off the Sniper, but a little bit too little damage coming out. So Uber is going to go into the hands of Veron. They do capture midpoint as well. This is still the second round. He tries to get the headshot down, but doesn't quite contact that shot. So they are going to be making their way back to last. They don't intend to contest that Spire fight. The Uber was popped though. Nobody in front at all. They should have sent a roamer to scout the situation, or at least a scout. That is the Uber effectively gone for the side of BRG. So once again, very, very passive Ubers coming out from BRG. They're playing it extremely safely. Of course, they are aware that Capital Love is a sniper, so that was probably what they did not want. They didn't want Veron to get that headshot. So Yeah, but Himura is gonna have her Uber up and ready to go. They can counter push out, you know, anytime they want. They are gonna be able to defend last as well. So either way, MJM currently have that upper hand in terms of Uber advantage. And Sai is gonna be at 2 health. Gonna look for his medic to try to get that heals up. But they probably are aware that MJM do have that Uber charge, so they are going to be hanging back out on Spire with MJM players still at last. So, you know, MJM just waiting right here. You know, not pushing out despite having that sizable Uber advantage. So you see BRG will have that Uber up and ready as we speak. Arrow's trying to go down onto his teammates. iPhone Uber is going to be popped right here. The Uber is still not flashed though. There we go, finally popped. Lovely milking coming out. So Himera is going to be out in the open. Dream is going to be behind them already. Sphere tries to go toe to toe with Low. The aggressive bomb coming from the Solly. Low is going to be taken down. Asan and Himera were finished off though. Sphere will be taken down. So that is going to be only one person up for the side of MJM, with Posey just solo defending last. They should have pushed in earlier. The scouts should have already gone in. There we go. Lots of capture time going up. Posey tries to defend it for his team. And there we go. Finally, the point goes into the hands of BRG. So that is going to be 1-1. And we are going to see a 1-1 tie with 21 minutes left on the clock for the server. Lots of things can happen once again. Following Low for his rollout this time around to mid. 74 health, getting the health pack. He should be up in the healthy range once again, so no issue right there. Stickies are going to be tossed about onto the house window already. So Asan is going to reach mid very, very quickly compared to Low. Veron eating a little bit of damage, a little bit of lag going down as well. So Asan eating lots of damage as well, but 2 players going down. Sai and iPhone, that is both Solis down. Veron gets taken down. Low alone on the point against the scout. He is going to be finished off. Snox and Dream, the only 2 players up for their team. They are still trying to contest mid. This is not recommended at all. Why did he try to go in? Going up against the entirety of MJM, I have no idea. Dream trying to get the back cap down for his team, or at least trying to get the pick down onto Himera. But Himera does have that Uber charge on hand. They do capture Spire. You see right there, full man stack onto Spire. Mulit going to be jumping up onto the upper lobby. Sai does spot him, but Mulit doesn't do anything at all. So Dream does get taken down, trying to take out the medic, but he does take down Asan successfully though. So they do have that Uber charge. All they have to do is push in. Snox switching out from heavy to engineer. There's absolutely nothing apart from a pyro. So of course Badlands once again, you know, notorious for pyro last point defense, where they just can't blast their way, preventing the team from pushing in. So it does look like Moonlit is going to be rotating down below to take down anything at all. And yeah, just waiting for things to happen. So they're not too keen on popping their Uber because they are aware that there is a pyro right there. There we go, the pyro is going to be coming in. The Himera gets bounced about, but iPhone will be finished off. Snox is going to be our heavy weapons guy. Going to jump down to try to take down people, try to defend the final point for his team. Lots of damage coming down, and there we go. Asan and the Solis are going to be stuck in the point, and doesn't matter anymore. MJM take the 3rd round. The score is going to be 2-1 in favor of MJM. So once again, MJM with just the momentum, you know, from midpoint. Once they full wipe, they just push in all the way. They hang back a little bit, you know, before pushing into the last point. I'm not too sure why they had that full Uber though. They could have just pushed in all the way. You know, I mean, upper lobby, there is that window that you can see to the final point, so that is more or less enough intel for you to just scout the situation out. So aggressive bomb coming in from Moonlit, trying to get the medic, but gets bombed about. He's going to be taken down. So that's 2 players down for the side of MJM, with BRG still at their full roster. Make that 3 players down, 4 players going down. Currently only captures Love as well as the medic. They are going to be backing out all the way to Spire. So Himera does back out somehow, all the way to last straight away, with BRG taking the midpoint. Nice arrow coming from Veron, healing Sai all the way up. So Spire is going to be captured by these scouts, I believe, while the rest of the players push forward to gain ground on the upper lobby. And currently no off-classing for the side of MJM, just remaining the usual TF2 6's roster. Scout coming in, trying to get damage down onto the people inside upper lobby. We do see Asan down below though, so not something that that is going to be something that they have to look out for. Asan is going to rotate back around into the final point once again. So both teams do have Uber on hand. Once again, it's just a matter of pick pop drop, so just waiting on that to go down. No off-casting once again. It's currently... Oh no, we do have a sniper. Sphere is going to be our sniper for the side of MJM. So let's see if we can get onto his perspective. Of course, what he wants is to get that medic pick, but Sai will have to do. That is going to be one solly that I have to worry less about. He's going to switch back out to Scout once again. So they do have that number advantage. They do have that Uber. But of course, both teams do have Uber. Sai is going to be spawning in 1 second. Sai is going to be a spy. So let's see if Sai can do anything. Just waiting on him to push forward. So once Sai actually reads, reaches the front line, so I'm going to switch to his perspective. Both teams still have not popped their Uber charge. Sai is currently cloaked and in lower lobby. He's going to slowly make his way forward into the right side flank. So of course what he wants to do is get that medic pick. Himera is currently at the top right. They do have Sphere on sniper once again, so Sai, not too sure if he wants to get that back cap or he wants to push forward to try and get the pick down onto the medic. He's slowly making his way forward, inching his way forward. Just up the stairs is going to be the medic as well as the sniper. He knows that they're there. He's just waiting for the opportune moment. Both teams currently still hanging on to that Uber charge. The moment Sai decloaks is the moment he decides to commit to that backstab. So both teams still holding on to the Uber, the decloak going down. He's trying to get the backstab, he misses, he gets the face stab going down. He tries to whip out the pistol to finish the job, but it's just not enough. Himera currently at 37 health. Oh, so close. He whiffs that backstab, so a little bit of a shame. It would have been absolutely massive for BRG. So good effort coming out from Sai. He is going to switch back out to Solly. Once again, it's going to be a Mexican standoff. They are just going to be waiting once again for the pick pop drop. Sphere is going to be our sniper once again. Let's try to get onto his perspective. Of course, once again, he did get that lovely pick down on Sai. So let's see if we can get that pick down onto the medic as well. Currently, Sai is going to be rotating down below left side. Right there, as you can see, his silhouette is at the left side flank. The medic is going to be hanging all the way far back right here, you know, near the battlements. So in case of any unwanted attention. So iPhone hanging on the pallet right there, the wooden pallet down below. Of course, that was the position that Sai was standing where he took down the TMG medic. So that was his sneaky spot right there. Once I went back to watch the footage, that's where he was standing. So out of the FOV of the team. So both teams currently still hanging on to that Uber charge. Snox is going to be a sniper for the side of BRG, with Capital Love the other sniper for the side of MJM. So let's see if they can do anything. Of course, what they want is that medic pick. Solly's just jumping across the doorway. They are fully aware that Capital Love is going to be a sniper. So rotating down below, Capital Flow keeping his eye out on lower lobby, make sure nobody decides to push from there. Yeah, he's trying to watch staircase as well. He does spot the Solly, gets a lovely shot down, but it's just not enough to take him out. The Solly is going to be rebuffed back up to the healthy range. So headshot goes down. That is the sniper down for the side of BRG. They don't have to worry about that anymore. Capital Love going back into resub, rotating around to the other side. So Posey is going to go down for the side of MJM. That is one Solly down. Capital Love going to work once again. iFun bites the dust. Lovely headshot, pinpoint accuracy. Veron standing around the corner. It does look like they want to commit or not. They don't have a number advantage. They have been hanging out in the upper lobby. Current score is 2-1 in favor of MJM. Sphere and Posey. Sphere is going to go down. Posey is just spawning in. There is going to be a slight number advantage, but of course, Capital Love is currently still on sniper. Himera is going to be at 97 health, backing up to just the regen, and it's enough to bring her back up to the full health. So, eating a little bit of damage is all fine, don't worry. Himera gets popped. Himera does not have any charge anymore. What's going on? So that is going to be that. They push forward. They try to capture the point. Himera does not have any charge at all. They are going to be pushing forward, so there we go. The Uber is going to be popped. They are going to try to capture the point. Stickies are going to be placed down. They are going to try to take down as many people as possible before they decide to push in to commit to that capture. But why are they hanging so far back? Why are they hanging so far back? They have a huge number advantage. Just stand on the point. The Pyro is going to come in and say they spent too much time wasting about. The Scout comes in to finish the job. Lurla is going to be left alone, going toe-to-toe against the Scout as well as the Medic. So that is going to be that. Veron goes down. The Scout trying to help his belt. It's just not enough. So they tried to push, but it's just no idea what was going on right there. BRG, they could have captured it, but they just wasted too much time. So that was a huge shame for the side of BRG. They could have just gone in and captured the point and brought it to 2-2, but it's just no idea what went down. iFun trying to go in for the back cap though. There is going to be Posey watching the final point. He's going to jump above to try to get damage down onto Posey. He's going to get a little bit of catch time down onto the point, but it doesn't matter. Posey doing a good job of defending the point for his team. Sai is going to be finished off on top of Spire. Snox is going to follow up top to try to defend it for his team. Cabbage of Love eating a little bit of damage. Snox trying to finish the job, but gets denied and destroyed. Cabbage of Love has his sights onto the medic, but Varone whips out the Ubersaw and takes him down. Tosses out the stickies onto the point, and there they go. They are going to stack the point, and finally they capture the point with a dry push, bringing the score 2-2. Tie for CP Badlands. So that push, I mean, they could have ended it much earlier. It's just that I have no idea what went down right there. So once again, we are going to be on Asan's perspective, pushing his way to mid to spam out the stickies. So Varone is going to be coming in from Valley this time around. Stickies getting tossed about. Asan getting extremely low. Himera trying her best to keep the team up and healthy. Asan finally getting finished off. Low spamming out the loose cannon, tries to take down people. Varone gets destroyed during the mid-fight as well. Himera currently at 16 health, somehow managing to survive. Not anymore. Posey is only at 2 health, whips out the escape plan, tries to run away. The scout trying to chase to finish the job and does so successfully. It is going to be a midpoint full wipe for the side of MJM. BRG, of course, they do lose their medic. Himera is going to be spawning a little bit later though. Spire is going to go to the hands of BRG as well. So once again, they are going to be, you know, just hanging back, defending last. Currently, they do have a Pyro for the side of MJM. BRG players are going to be making the way a little bit slowly but surely, making way around. Sai, of course, is going to be down below once again to see if he can get any forceful picks or drops. He is going to be spotted by the Solly up top, so he is going to be backing out into upper lobby. The rest of his team currently all the way at the Battlements and Spire, not too keen on pushing forward. Ubers are going to be equal at the moment, so they could possibly move forward to hold upper lobby. With MGM players, you see they are currently really far back, and it's just giving ground to MGM to just push forward. But MGM, of course, you know, just maintaining resolve and defending last. Don't intend to overextend too much. Cabbage Love is going to be the Pyro for their team, the Uber Denial Man. Of course, we do have Sphere as a spy, so let's try to hop onto his perspective once we find him. Well, it doesn't matter, he died. So while I was looking for him, he just went down. Solly took him out. So that is going to be one player down for the side of MGM, with the full roster for BRG. Both teams still hanging on to their Uber charge. Just BRG players hanging very far back though. I don't know why they don't intend to push forward to gain ground, because you see MGM, they are just hanging all the way behind as well. So I don't know why they don't want to gain more ground for their team. Cabbage Love is going to be a sniper for his team. Let's hop onto his perspective to see if he can get the pick. Well, it does look like some damage is going to be traded right here. Sphere is going to be the first one to be taken down. Cabbage Love is going to swap back out to Scout once again. Posey is going to be taken out. That's a 2 players down for the side of MJM. They do have a slight number advantage. Sai is going to be spawning in 5 seconds though. Dream looks really committed. He wants to go and capture that point for his team. He does see spot some stickies down on the floor right here though. Could possibly be more sticky traps. He's going to push forward to capture the point for his team. He goes around it though. They do have a heavy for their team. iFun is going to be the heavy for his team. Pyro tries to comp blast, but nothing to comp blast. You can't comp blast bullets, my friend. Himera in a very dangerous spot. Eats a lot of damage coming out from iFun. And iFun just going to work, spamming out all the bullets onto the entirety of MGM. The Solly is going to sack the point on his own. The medic tries to capture the point. The Solly trying to defend it for his team. The heavy goes in and solo caps it, bringing the score 3-2 in favor of BRG. So this is well, this is very interesting. They are going to be taking that round right there. 8 minutes and a little under 30 seconds left on the server time. Currently leading the score is BRG with 3-2. So despite them, you know, very extremely passive plays coming out from BRG, as well as you know, weird pushes coming out from BRG. iFun is going to be the first, biting the dust during the mid-fight. Posey, Moonlit gets taken out, Capital Love gets taken out, Dream gets taken out shortly after. So both medics currently still alive and healthy, with Himera at 73% against Veron's 59, going 60. So Himera does back out early on to save that Uber charge. Sphere is going to come in and try to get the damage down onto the medic, try to get that medic drop, medic pick. So he tries to get the damage onto the demo man and the the medic, but iFun comes in with a heavy weapons guy. Himera in a very dangerous place. The stickies are going to be tossed about, and finally finishing her off. Sphere goes down as well. So that is the midpoint going to the hands of BRG. MJM losing 3 players, with Posey going down shortly after. Currently all the players for the side of BRG are going to be relatively buffed. Sai at 76 health coming in from behind. Veron with the full Uber charge. Scout going to be capturing the point for his team. All they have to do is push forward into last. They do have that heavy as well. Currently no off-classing for the side of MJM. They can just go in straight away. What are they waiting for? They can just go in to try and push forward to capture the point. The Solly loses his life because they waited too long. The medic waited for the Scout. The heavy is going to slowly make his way crawling in onto the point. Scout is going to go into the point to capture it for his team. He's trying to get the point, but the Solly's coming to destroy the Scout. A little bit too late now. Everyone is going to be falling, but the Scout comes in and captures it for his team. Dream comes in out of nowhere, capturing the point for his team, bringing the score 2-4 in favor of BRG. So Dream definitely taking the map, taking that round for his team. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock for the server time. BRG, Veron just popping the Uber on the Scout instead of the Solly. Should have popped on the Solly first, followed by flashing on the Scout and pushing them in. It does look like they are going to be giving away the midpoint to MJM, though. It doesn't look like they intend to contest mid. They are hanging all the way far back at choke. They do successfully take down the heavy, the demo man. Asan is going to be taken down. Uber is going to be in a very, very slight advantage into the hands of Veron, but it's, relatively equal. It does look like they have committed to running heavy weapons guy to mid. iFun, of course, our heavy weapons guy. Himera at almost full charge, Veron at full charge right now. Both teams are going to go onto the midpoint with full charge. Uber is going to be popped for the side of the MGM players. There we go, BRG popped their Uber as well. iFun trying to take down as many people as possible, but long range heavy weapons guy not as effective as you would think. Solly coming in from behind, but iFun takes him down with his minigun. Scout on the point, takes down iFun successfully. Veron gets taken down by Asan Sticky. It's going to be a full wipe for the side of BRG, so that is going to be BRG. With Sphere capturing the Spire for his team, he is going to go all the way behind. Only 2 players up for the side of BRG. No one is watching the point. No stickies on the point. Sphere getting loads of catch time up for his team on the last point. So that is going to be something they have to worry about. All the players for the side of BRG are going to be spawning in as we speak. Sphere very, very, very close capturing for his team. They are going to try to build up Uber as fast as possible. Veron currently still running the Uber charge, building his charge up as fast as possible, but it does look like Himera will get hers up sooner as compared to BRG. So they have that very, very small window of opportunity, about 20% or so, for them to push in. If they have to push in immediately once they get a Uber charge and just destroy Veron if they want this push to mean anything at all. So the charge is going to be ready. There we go. It does look like they are going to commit to push in from bottom though. And yep, there they go. They are going to be pushing. Moonlit being the first one to bite the dust. iFun is the pyro. He's going to try to push forward. He does get the lovely flare down onto the Scout right there. So the Uber push is effectively negated. Himera and Asan couldn't do anything at all with 4 players trying to push in from the top, getting absolutely destroyed. The only player surviving being the medic as well as the demo man. So Uber is still in the hands of BRG. They held on to that Uber and they are still ready to go, defending last. So all they have to do is whittle down the clock. Currently it is a little under 4 minutes. They are leading 4-2. If MJM wants to do anything about this, they have to do it now and they have to do it fast. All they have to do is capture this last point. We've seen them win the first round of this map in 2.5 minutes. So they can effectively tie this map, but whatever they have to do it now. Himera is going to be at lovely reflex coming out from iFun, the sentry gun finishing the job. iFun does get the reflect down. MJM are going to be losing 3 players once again, with BRG losing 3 players of their own. Excuse me, Moonlit trying to take down the sentry gun on his own, but the engineer Snock's doing a good job of repairing it. So Capital Love is going to be a sniper. Let's try to get onto his perspective right here. Of course, what he wants is to get that medic pick, and then they can just push in with that Uber charge. But you see, they have to worry about that 7th man, that sentry gun on the right side. So that is a big issue. The Uber is going to be used for the side of MJM. They are going to try to take down the sentry gun. It is going to go down. Well, it just disappeared from the map because he's yeah. So the Snog switched back out to Scout, and they are going to turn things around. The Uber did absolutely nothing. Veron popped his Uber as well to defend last. Solly gets taken down in upper lobby. Lil trying to go toe-to-toe against the Scout, but Scout lives to see another day. So Capital Love is going to be taken down. Moonlit is going to be down as well, spawning in right now. Sai is going to be spawning in the next 7 seconds. There is going to be someone on the point right there. The Solly tries to capture for his team. He manages to get... Oh, whoa, everyone is going to be stacking the team, and there we go. They finally capture the last point, bringing the score 3-4. A little bit chaotic, a little bit messy, but they do capture the final point for their team. So MGM bringing the score 4-3. Currently still in favor of BRG, though. BRG have to hold out for 2 minutes if they want to take the map and get the first win against MJM. This is going to be a momentous occasion if BRG actually manage to defend and actually win, you know, against MJM once again. But Veron gets taken out, Lil gets taken out, iPhone and Sai get taken down. The mid fight does not look happy for BRG. It does not look fun at all. Snox is going to be the only one up for the side of BRG. He is going to back out all the way to last. MJM extremely aggressive once again. They do have Himera still up. With that 95% charge, they can push forward all the way to Spire. Snox is going to be our engineer once again. He's going to build his sentry gun top right this time around. And just waiting for that push to come in. So Veron currently only at 15% charge compared to Himera's a full 100%. The Uber is going to be forced for the side of Himera though. The lovely force coming in. They do not have that Uber on hand anymore. They are going to lose a couple of players. They are going to be stickies on the point this time around. So that Uber charge is effectively gone. Veron is going to be up. Try to get the damage down low. Does a good job of defending the final point for his team. Currently the Solly Moonlit trying to capture the point. Himera gets taken down as well. The sentry gun, the 7th man on the team, level 2, but going to work. Arslan finally takes down the sentry gun for his team, but he's going to be finished off. The Scout on the point trying to get it for his team, but no, says BRG. They are going to wipe all the players who decide to push in. So that is going to be that. They do successfully defend the last point. The Scouts currently not pushing forward to capture Spire. Posey is going to make his way onto Spire, onto the balcony, pushing forward into upper lobby as we speak. So good defense coming out from BRG. They will have Uber on hand very, very shortly. Moonlit does spot the heavy weapons guy up top. Solly tries to pogo jump onto the final point, but he gets stopped by the heavy weapons guy. iPhone, of course, going... tossing out all his damage, but Veron pops his Uber for no apparent reason once again. There you go. Okay, so they just popped the Uber to defend the last point, and this is going to be the first win against MJM. This is the first map loss for MJM, and BRG takes it. So congratulations to BRG for taking the map against MJM. This is effectively MJM's first loss throughout the entire AFC 10. So congratulations to BRG for this glorious occasion, I believe. Good plays coming up from MGM, of course. Very good plays coming up from both teams. We'll just take a look at the stats right now. I will paste the stats into chat as well, so no worries about that. CP Badlands stats are going in, so you guys can take a look as well. So once again, the top damager is going to be Moonlit with 7.7 thousand, followed shortly after by iPhone from BRG at 7.5, and Snox the Scout with 6.8, and Sphere at 6.7. So the 2 Solis and 2 Scouts that we have to look out for. And then we have going down to the medic stats once again. No drops this time around coming out from either Veron or Himera. 10 Ubers coming up from Himera with 9 coming up from Veron. Heal order a little bit different for BRG. They have the Soli Demo Scout Soli and Scout with MGM. However, they have the Soli Scout Demo Scout Soli. So tend to heal a little bit more for the Scouts for the side of MJM. So congratulations to BRG once again. Absolutely lovely plays coming out from both teams. Once again, this is the very first loss for MJM. So good job to BRG for taking the second map, CP Badlands, against MJM, the Titans in the Div 3 bracket. So it does look like, you know, BRG may be the upcoming giants. So once again, we will go take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. We will be casting Reddit Headliners going up against the mighty Gibbuses. So we've got that to look forward to. A little bit of a typo error right there. It's not Gibbous, it's Gibbuses. My bad, I will do the necessary changes later on. I do believe someone did point it out in chat as well. So yeah, tomorrow at 9 PM GMT plus 8, we will be watching the Reddit Headliners going up against TMG. So as of right now, that is all that we have planned tomorrow. If there's anything, if there's any requests, I will update the offline banner accordingly. Of course, I will update Twitter as well. So yeah, thank you all for hanging out. This has been BRG going up against MJM. So absolutely lovely match to cast. Congratulations to both teams for taking one match each for their week 6 matches, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.